Hello, the internet. Behind me is the door to my basement. I have done a lot of reorganizing of my plant space recently, and I thought it would be a good time to show you guys what I have changed and how the space looks now that I've actually gotten it cleaned up. We also use the space as game space. My husband and I are D&D gamers, tabletop, and so this space is where my plants go. It is also where our friends and I all come and play tabletop games every week. So there's some of that, there's some plants, and I just want to show it all off. So I'm going to be showing it all off. All right, come on along. All right, so as you come in our front door, this is the first thing you'd see. This guy is a fairly large stone griffin that I bought. I have a thing for griffins, and when I bought these, I couldn't resist. They had been weathered, sitting outside for a while, and I got them for a very, very good discount, a really good discount, which is probably the only reason that I own them. So, but anyway, the first thing that you see when you come in the door is this stone griffin. This is Candid. He stands guard over the door. We also have our nice poster that I got my husband for Christmas. So, yep, welcome to our home. Roll for initiative. We are gamers. All right, so we're going in. All right, and obviously, as soon as we walk in, we see this nice PVC light setup that I have for my Alocasia Regal Shield. I wanted it to have its own space. This is going to be not really a plant tour so much as this is how I have everything set up. So I've got my PVC set up here. I've got a couple of plants here that also benefit from this light, as well as this drink container that I'm using to try and propagate some begonias. So that's there to get the light, and I don't know, I had this glass container. I thought that was kind of clever as me. This here is the room humidifier that my mother gave to me, and it is currently out of water. I just realized. That's why it's not on. So there's no water in there, but the cool thing about this that I found is that because it's on wheels, I can wheel it right over here to my sink, which is just across the way. And the hose thing on my sink, the hose on my sink comes out just far enough that I can pour water from the sink directly into there. And while we're in this corner, so this is the utility sink I have. Eventually this is all going to be turned into a kitchenette. For right now, we're not using it as a kitchenette. But anyway, this is where the sink is going to go, and I have them put in a utility sink, which is a good thing because I use this for plants, and when we were painting, I used it for all the painting stuff, and it's just like a mess. It looks like a utility sink very much. I have a little table over here that I keep a lot of my plant chemicals on. Things that I use for my plants. We have a microwave down here. And I actually have a grow light that on this PVC pipe I'm planning on. I kind of use this as my quarantine zone. So there aren't any plants here right now, yay. But when there are, they can have light up here with the light and be all away from my other plants, because all of my other plants are over there, and we'll get there in a minute. I have my D&D posters up on the wall, and this is my bookcase that really can't hold all of my books, but it's doing the best job that it can. And then we've got our bathroom in there, which we don't really use it that often, but I do use it to hose down my plants, which is actually kind of handy to have a tub right in here that I can do that with. And we painted one wall red, and then the other ones are gray, so I thought that was kind of It's a nice accent wall. I don't know, I like it. We have our own little mini fridge for sodas. I have my Brita water filter for my distilled water, and then some more of my gaming stuff, some board games, and all of our D&D books. Those are comic books there. Eventually there's going to be a TV there. That's really not the actual size, I was just marking that off. I have this carpet that I absolutely love. And then these are the table and the chairs where we do our D&D every week. So we have these nice chairs. And this is the pair, the other griffin that goes with the one that's outside. This is his sister, Weirith. And she guards my plants. And so I have my plants here. I have a smaller humidifier, and this is actually a warm mist humidifier. It's like a Vicks for when you're sick kind of humidifier. I have my telling me what the humidity and temperature is down here, and the humidity is really low because, like I said, my room humidifier has run out of water, and so it hasn't been working for I'm not sure how long. Then I have this plant shelf here that has grow lights on every level. And I have a whole bunch of plants on there, obviously, you can see. I never got a grow light for the very bottom, so right now I'm using that as storage. Then I got this little wooden end table from Goodwill for like $5 or something. And it just happens to be at almost the exact height of the windowsill, so I can have these plants all here. And then they're sitting by the windowsill, and I just recently took a bunch of old, these are the plasterboard shelves that like you put in like IKEA furniture. And I had a whole bunch of them, and what I did was I hammered them together into a square. And then this is a leftover one, so it's 2 squares and a leftover one. And I'm using them in front of my windows to put plants on. And I did the same thing over here. I have the square and the little thing sitting on top. This table is a little bit too tall, so it's kind of hard to get plants down in there, but I'll probably do it eventually. And then I have my light over here. This is where I keep all of my supplies. So I have my watering can, my scissors and stuff. I've got my soil, some other little bits. There's my thing of soil. I have my trash can here, which is on wheels so that I can take it wherever I need to. I actually really like that. And my broom. And then over here, you can see I have my PVC thing for my hanging plants. And I had realized that I really wasn't using this space to its full potential because I just had these hanging plants on here and there wasn't like a whole ton of them. And so I got this little extra table, which used to be upstairs, and put it in here, and I'm able to store some shelves and some stuff under there, and then put some of my shorter plants up here so that they are, close enough that the grow light is actually doing them any good. And so they're all kind of just huddled around here during the winter. This is a shelving unit that has all of my husband's miniatures in it. We use these for our D&D, so like these are all of our humanoids. That's a whole bunch of orcs. Is that all orcs? That might be all orcs. That's cool. And then down here we have like elementals. I think these guys have like really large, these guys have really large miniatures in them. Now that guy doesn't have a base. Interesting. Huh. Ooh, Umber Hulk. Rah, rah, rah. And then I have these cool shelves up here with, these are miniatures that I have painted. Again, I love griffins, so there's my griffin miniature. That was a character that I played in a campaign who eventually turned into a god. That's just a nightmare because I like it. And then these are the characters from the campaign that we're currently in. And then I've got some other stuff all around here. That was a previous campaign. Another griffin. And we also have He's cool guy because, boop. That's right, we have mood lighting. My husband has yet to use this, but he's been thinking about like ways that he can use it. And it's really weird, if you aim like this way, it only hits the ones that are like on that side. So like, if I'm aiming that way, okay, I don't know why that happened. That's kind of weird. Cool. And then they all change back to the same color. So, but there's that. And so here is kind of an overview of my whole basement now. Yes, the doors still aren't completely painted. I'm lazy, I haven't gotten to it yet. But that's all of that. And I'm really loving this space now that we've got it obviously finished. I've got it cleaned up. And I'm really enjoying using it for my plants and for doing all of our gaming stuff. So I hope you enjoyed this rather short video, but hopefully it was kind of interesting to see how I've got everything set up. And if you like this video, go ahead and give me a like. If you'd like to see more of my content, go ahead and subscribe. And thank you very much for choosing to spend some of your time with me today. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.